Good evening. Welcome back to another episode of Touch on Talk, College Football Edition. I'm your host, Brett Smith. Today is November 6th. Hard to believe that we're in the last month of the regular season of college football. Week 11 is upon us. I've got 4 bets for this week. I'm doling it down because typically 7 bets does not do justice. It just doesn't work. It always ends 4-3 or whatever. So, yeah. Big news this week, obviously, the firing of Hugh Freeze. It was bound to happen. I think Auburn was trying to wait it out as long as possible, but losing 10-3 to Kentucky at home calls for your head. They started Ashton Daniels, the quarterback, brought in Jackson Arnold, and then benched him again because they couldn't get anything going. And that's really been Auburn's storyline this year is quarterback play. It's the one thing holding them back from being a 4-5 team, which I think is what they are now, to an 7-2 team. I mean, it's just point blank. Quarterback play has been atrocious. They have yet to give up over 24 points in a game, and yeah, it was bound and determined to happen. The Hugh Freeze era started off not great, continued on that same downward spiral, and then just the toxicity and the on-field and off-field performance of the team led to the ultimate decision. Now, the direction they take, obviously, as many of you guys have seen, John Summerall is the favorite to land the Auburn job. It would not surprise me if that's the case. I also think that he is a very good candidate at LSU. So it'll be interesting to see that carousel and how it goes back and forth with them. It's going to go to a bidding war, more than likely. So we'll just see what happens there. College football playoff came out this week. Top 4: Ohio State, Indiana, Texas A&M, and Alabama. I agree with that. Ohio State has given me no reason to say that they are not the number 1 team in the country. Indiana has also given me no reason not to think that they are the number 2, which A&M right now, you could probably interchange those. I could be on the same level with that. Alabama, since losing to Florida State, has played like a completely different team, a team that can win the national championship, and it rides solely on the arm of Ty Simpson. Alabama can only go as far as he takes them, honestly. It'll be interesting to see this weekend, facing LSU in their defense, what actually happens. That spread is at 9.5. I just think there's a lot going on with LSU right now to where Alabama can get the job done and keep rolling. But that's for later. Memphis, I believe, made it as the Group of 5 team. The Group of 5 is up in the air right now between them, USF, and North Texas, honestly. I think either one of those 3 can make it. Outside of that, I really think it's just kind of a race between them. Tulane could, but needs to win out and have some help. Other than that, the rankings weren't terrible. Texas, the first team out. OU, the second team out. And all OU had to do was beat Ole Miss. Just hang on to that lead and clinch the win. And they are sitting where Ole Miss was in the college football playoff rankings. Texas, they are coming along. They're looking like the Texas team as people thought they would. Big win against Vanderbilt this weekend. Almost gave it up, find a way to lose that game. But Arch having another 300-yard performance, and just kind of put the boot to him early. kind of shut them down early and often. And so that was the recipe. And it worked. Their game plan was phenomenal. Um, just besides a 21-point fourth quarter, taking your foot off the gas against Vandy, that was about it. Without further ado, though, Week 11, 4 bets. Let's get it. Texas A&M plays Missouri at Missouri this week. Texas A&M is a 6.5-point favorite. Missouri is without Bo Prabula at quarterback, and so they will have Matt Zollers running at the helm. This A&M team has impressed me far beyond I would have thought, and they were one of my sleeper teams to begin with. And sleeper is a big, broad word for them because I know what they're capable of. They're capable of 9-3. But at this rate, you have to consider the fact that they could be 12-0 or 11-1. The only reason 11-1 is because they go to Texas. If they can go in there and play lights out, you're looking at an undefeated A&M team led behind a very good Heisman campaign from Marcel Reed right now. I mean, he is looking like the real deal compared to last year where he still had some weak areas, some faults. Completely different guy this year. I think their offense does the job. I mean, there's no reason for, watching Bama go to Missouri a few weeks back. Yeah, they got stopped a few times. But this A&M defense went into Notre Dame, put up 41. Went into Arkansas. No. Terrible defense. Put up 45 points. The only thing is, can you get to the backfield enough against against Matt Zollers and get pressure on him continuously? Because that is the key to the game. If you make him throw under pressure or force a lot of sacks this game, you're going to win about 28-10, maybe even more. So that is what I'm writing. I think Missouri, since Bo Prabula has gone down, their season is going down as well. I really do. Freshman quarterback, it's hard, especially in the gauntlet of the end of the season. So give me Texas A&M minus 6.5. Next up, afternoon game, we have Oregon versus Iowa. And both teams are looking pretty good. I mean, Oregon had one letdown week against Indiana at home, but other than that, they've done their job. Iowa has looked really good, and they have an offense to go about. The game total was set to 42, and I think that's extremely low for these two prolific offenses. Now, me saying Iowa having a prolific offense is not saying anything like Indiana and Oregon's offense in the Big Ten. Not on the same level. It is miles better than what they've experienced the last few years. And so I think 42 is a gift for the total. I think both defenses are good, but I think these offenses can put up points on either defense. And I trust that there will be 6 touchdowns in this game. So give me over 42. Over 42 flat. I'd like it. 6 touchdowns and a field goal. Next up, we have Vanderbilt versus Auburn in Nashville. Like I opened up the episode, Hugh Freeze out at Auburn. Auburn was already just this storm of bad, just terrible all the way around. Besides their defense, their defense is the only thing keeping them in games. I will give them that. Vanderbilt's defense is also very good as well. I would say that is their biggest improvement this year. Where the offense has lacked and Pavia's maybe not had the game he's wanted, the defense has stepped up and rose to the occasion in some games. Some games where they needed it. LSU, Missouri, just a bunch of games. Vandy is minus 6.5 in this game. I think they come out hot early, and I think they don't look back. I think they kind of leave Auburn in the back seat and say, hey, we'll see you later. Vandy minus 6.5 is the line that I would want in this. Ideally, I'd want it to be like a pick'em, but you could say that about everything. But realistically, this defense for Auburn is the only thing that can hold Vandy to 23 points. Can Auburn score 17 to cover? And the answer is not with this quarterback play. I mean, you haven't seen it all year. I mean, against Arkansas in the second half, 3 passes, none over 5 yards, kicked 5 field goals, and had a defensive touchdown to win. You didn't have any offensive production there. Besides Cam Coleman's one-handed catch that week, you didn't have anything. So there is no reason for me to fade Vandy in this spot. So give me Vandy minus 6.5 this weekend. Going to our last bet, another fired coach goes on the road. Or another team that has fired their coach goes on the road and visits Alabama, and that is the LSU Tigers. Now, I don't know what to expect with this offense because it wasn't good under Brian Kelly, and they just fired Joe Sloan as well. Or whatever his name is. Something Sloan. Was terrible. The defense is the only high point of this team. I'm fading my future of LSU over 8.5 wins. If they lose this, it's done there. It is what it is, but you start out the year, 5-1, losing to Ole Miss early, and then getting killed against A&M, and losing to Vandy. So, and your defense kind of was missing those games. So if this is another game where your defense is missing, and you've got the same offense you've had for the past, 8 weeks now, 8 games, you're going to struggle because Bama is going to take advantage of that. And they are going to put up a lot of points. That place will still be rocking like it always is. Night game, under the lights. 9.5 feels very low. Most models I've seen have it almost pushing 2 touchdowns. So this is one of my best bets, and it is Bama minus 9.5. Give me them to win by a wide margin. I think the whole mojo around LSU in their locker room is getting pretty bad. You could say the same about Auburn. I think it's not in the right place to go out and win a game after your coach has been fired. We'll see if that changes, but ideally I don't think it does. So, a little recap here before we end the video. Texas A&M minus 6.5 versus Missouri. Oregon, Iowa over 42. Vandy minus 6.5 versus Auburn. And then Bama minus 9.5 versus LSU. So, those are the 4 bets. Narrowed it down this week. Let's get a winning week. But that does it for me. Before you guys click off this video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. More content like this, other ideas, let me know down in the comments below. Other than that, I'll talk to you guys later. See ya.